Three things I want to talk about. In fact, I have been flying this for quite a few times already, 2S and 3S. I also have a few crashes. So what I learned is that this plane flies extremely well, but it's not very durable. I mean, if you have a crash, even a very minor one, you can actually easily damage the firewall. All right. So I kind of show you three things, as I said. Okay, I show you what kind of things I've done on the firewall to reinforce it, and also the reinforcement on the wing, and also how I set up the detachable wing. All right. So we start from the fuselage. As you can see now, I mean, actually there's a lot of tape in there. So what I actually have done is that when I put in the plywood here, before I actually put on the motor mount, I put a piece of fiberglass tape here, from here all the way around the root to the bottom part. All right, but before you do that, make sure you actually sand the surface, because this plane, I think they have some kind of oil on the surface. So if you don't sand it, the tape will not stick onto it. Exactly like what I did here. I didn't sand it, so in fact it can get loose very easily. Actually, when I did that, I also add a bit of spacer here. Okay, to change the thrust angle slightly to the right. And then the second thing I do is actually I add a piece of plastic, wrap around it from here, from the side to the bottom, and to another side here. And then I use hot glue to put it together. So this kind of plastic, let me see if I find another piece. Yes, I do. So it's the plastic you can actually find, I mean, for a lot of the packing. All right, so I just cut it into shape and then glue it on like this. All right, that actually helps a lot. In fact, you can tell we actually have one type of foam here. There's another piece of foam. There's a piece of plastic. All right, if you find that this piece of plastic does not glue well onto the foam, make sure you actually reinforce it. You glue it back, because this is actually part of the reinforcement. So the firewall is made up of this very soft foam. That's why, I mean, the firewall can easily break when you have even a minor crash. So after I actually changed that, I actually suffered a very bad crash, and the fuselage survived, no problem. All right, so I highly recommend that you do this. So I did not glue the landing wheel in because I haven't really decided if I want to. But if you glue the landing wheel, it will actually provide additional reinforcement. So what I did is I just tape it here. So that's what I do for the reinforcement of the firewall. Okay, it doesn't look very pretty after I did that, but actually it is extremely useful. Okay, for the reinforcement of the wing, all right, I had a crash, and the wing actually broke right along here. So what I have done is I add a piece of carbon rod here, another piece of carbon rod here. Okay, so that should provide sufficient strength so that now it won't bend as much as it used to be. For the front edge here, I put a piece, I actually put some boxing tape here. Also, I also sand these two areas, okay, before I put the tape on. Otherwise, I mean, the tape came off very easily. All right, so this is actually the reinforcement that I did for the wing. Of course, this piece of plastic, I mean, the purpose was not for the reinforcement. The purpose actually is for my design of the detachable wing. But actually, it does help a bit in terms of reinforcement as well. Then the last thing is detachable wing. All right, let's start the wing here. All right, so what I want to do is I want the wing to be detachable. Okay, so this is my belly here. Okay, so I will lock it in, bend it slightly. All right, align properly, then I screw it in. So of course, that is actually the purpose. I want it to be a bit more portable. All right. So how did I do that? Okay, so I just found the middle spot here. Okay, that's where I want to put my screw. Okay, so if you align this location on the fuselage. Okay, hope you can see that. All right, so you see that. Okay, on the bottom here is this is where it is. Okay, over here is very close to the back, the end of the opening here. Okay, so I hot glue a piece of pine wood here. Okay, of course before I do that I actually drill 2 holes. So after I've done that, so what I did is I attached the wing. Alright, so I attach the wing. Make sure you do the alignment properly. And then from this hole here, okay, I punch it through. Okay, through the hole, punch it through all the way. Okay, so that I will have the alignment for the screw. Alright, so of course this hole get all the way down to the wing. And then get out from here. Okay, so that's our 2 hole. Right. And also, to ensure that when I screw it in, I will not screw on the wrong location. I'll also put this plastic here, the same plastic that I use here. All right, the same plastic. All right. So that means that when the screw going in, if we hit any other surface, all right, it will not drill through. Okay, it will only go through here. I did the same for the other side of the ring on the. Okay, so I put this piece of plastic here so that the screw won't bite onto the ring surface. Okay, just the length of the screw. This is 1 1/4 inch or 30 mm. So you need. This is probably the minimum. All right. If you use 25 1 inch or 25 mm, it barely bites it. It can come loose very easily. So 1 1/4 inch or 30 mm will be the optimum. All right. So I have been using this for a while already. It works very well. Want to be a bit more portable, I highly recommend it. In fact, it add extra string on it. All right. The reason I said that is, if you notice this, we do have a dihedral here. Okay, that means that there is actually a V-shaped surface. But on this belly here, okay, it is actually flat. So that means if you actually glue them together, the inner part of the wing here will not glue together. So the glue will not stick because it actually the 2 surface doesn't touch over here. Once again, of course, if you have to glue them together, if you want to put it into one piece, okay, so make sure that you also sand the surface. Otherwise, the glue doesn't go very well. All right. So that's what I want to talk about. 3 things: the reinforcement on the fuselage, the reinforcement on the ring, and also the design for the detachable wing. Right. So that is the follow-up video, build and design of the DragonFly 700 mm. All right. It actually flies extremely well. But unfortunately, I'm unable to film a 3S test flight. So when I have the opportunity, so I will do that. All right, thank you. Thanks for watching.